Hello everyone and welcome down the Bitcoin rabbit hole. I'm your host Roxy, and in today's video it's gonna be a tutorial on how to set up your LastPass password manager account. So anything about Bitcoin, but mandatory if you want to go deeper into the hole. Let's get into it. Alright, let's get started. So we're gonna set the password manager using LastPass. I know you can use Dashlane or KeyPass. I just personally prefer LastPass for beginners because it's easier, so it's free, so don't worry. The main idea here is to have one software where you're gonna log in. So I'm already logged in, you can see it here. That's gonna connect you to every single important website. So for example, if I use Trello, I press login and immediately they offer me my really long and strong password that I have no idea what it is. If I'm gonna connect to a crypto exchange, it's gonna be the same, login. They're gonna ask me which account I want, and whichever account I pick, the password is gonna be really long, really complex, and I have no clue what it is. That is what you want. You want a password that you don't know to log in every single account. What you want is only one password that you have to remember to log in into your password manager. Why is that? Well, because you need to understand that a password is really hard to secure, and if you're gonna have to remember every single password, then it's gonna be impossible. I will assume that right now most people use a really basic password, so that's just a name. It's gonna take 5 seconds for a hacker to crack it. So you definitely don't want to use that for any account that is important. Let's assume you're gonna add some letters to that, some numbers to that. It's gonna take 1 day. If you use a capital letter, it's gonna make 8 months, and if you use some symbol in addition, it's gonna take 1,000 years or 1,000 years. The idea here is that that's for one computer. But let's say it's an organization with a lot of computing power, then it's not going to be as long. It's going to take only a couple of days, weeks, or maybe months. Well, if you're going to have a lot of money into an account, you definitely don't want it to be cracked within a couple of weeks or months, right? You want it to be impossible to crack. And that's why you're going to use some really strong password that no one can ever hack. That is the main idea. All right, so how are we going to do that? Well, you're going to go to LastPass. You're going to create a new account. You're going to write your email address. And now you're going to have to create a master password. This is the most important, and if you've never done it before, you're probably going to have to take a pen, a paper, a book, and start doing something. So, how are we going to do that? The idea is simple. You're going to pick 6 random words from a book or a dictionary, ideally. Why do they need to be random? Because you don't want them to be linked to anything about your past or your life. You want them to be 100% random, so no one can guess them or increase their odds of finding them. Then you're going to create a short story so it's easier to remember the master password. So here my words were cherry, folder, cultivating, mature, shame, and party. I created a story based on those. The cherry I was cultivating just got mature, and I took them in my folder to my friend's party without shame. That's the idea. So my password is going to have the word cherry first, then cultivating, mature, folder, party, and shame. That is the idea. So my password is going to be cherry. I'm going to add some symbol, cultivating, some numbers, mature. I'm going to add a symbol again, folder, dot, party, 19, shame. You get the idea. So now to remember it, I only need to remember the sentence and then know that it's an exclamation point first. There's 2 capital letters for the 2 first words, and then it's going to be 75. I picked it randomly. You can literally throw some dice and create some numbers like that, so it's better than using like the same as your PIN, because obviously your PIN is something that's connected to you. Then an arrobas, a dot, 19. That is my password. It's really long, it's really strong, and that is what you want. So to make sure it's strong, I would recommend not doing that because you don't want to type it here, but let's assume it's really strong. So we're gonna write it down. We have to write it down again a second time. I will highly recommend that you actually write it down and that you don't copy paste it, because if you do copy paste it, you're not gonna learn it, you're not gonna remember the password, and you will forget it. That's also why you should probably write it down on a piece of paper for the beginning. So during this week, when you get used to LastPass, every day you can go back to that piece of paper and make sure you didn't lose it or forgot it. And we log in. And that's it. So now you want to install LastPass into your browser. So it's already installed for me, but it doesn't matter. You can still click. That's the Firefox browser add-on page. And here you're going to be clicking, so add. Once it's going to be add, they're going to ask for some authorization, and you definitely want that. So now that we are connected, what you want to do is log back in. So here at the top, now that it's installed, you can write your email and your password manager. All right, and now we are connected. So this is gonna be your safe. That's where all your passwords are gonna be. That's where all your notes are gonna be. So right now we're gonna create 2 accounts so you get the feel of how it works. So we're gonna create a Reddit account. So you write your address, and then automatically LastPass is gonna offer you to create a password. So you need a username. It's gonna be Roxy63 because it's probably already taken. I'm not a robot. Obviously, I need to do that thing. And then here, I'm gonna have the option to create a strong password. So what I want here is a 99 letter password with symbol. Why? Because it's really secure. So I'm gonna copy paste it, go back to home security events password and try it. So like you can see, that is a really hard password to be hacked in, just because it's so long and so random that no one is gonna ever bother. That's basically the type of website you want for every single important website. Well, Reddit is not really important, but you get the idea. So we're gonna press fill, and it's gonna press it. Here at the top, you can see that LastPass is offering me to register that website. So I press add, and it has been had. So now we do next, and my account has been created. So I'm just gonna do subscribe, just so you can see. Now I'm gonna log out and log back in. So I logged out, and then here on that page you can see that they are offering me basically to log in. So I'm going to be fill, and that's it. I never had to remember that really long and complex password. I've been logged out and logged back in. We can do the same with Netflix. So here's my address. Here we go. You need to create your password. So that's my address. I want to create a super strong and complex password. So that password is going to be changed every single time. But if I want to change it manually, I can just press that. I'm going to copy paste it just to make sure. I'm going to fill it up. So this time I'm gonna add it here at the top. So the Netflix has been added. This is an interesting case. So like you can see, Netflix is only allowing a password to be 60 characters long, but I already have a password for Netflix on my LastPass. This is what you're gonna have to do every time you want to change an old password from an account you already created into a new one. So you're gonna go back into the settings of Netflix, or here in the login page. You're gonna press back that button. You're gonna press here, you're gonna fill up the option, go down to 60, so 58 is basically the same, and you're gonna replace the password. And automatically, LastPass is gonna ask you if you want to update the password, and you're gonna just press yes. So here you go, you've updated the password, and so you're gonna have to do that for every single website. All right, so we've just created 2 accounts, Reddit and Netflix. So if you want to see them, you go at the top, you go to see my safe, and here you go, you have your 2 accounts. So that's Reddit and that's Netflix. So let's say you want to take the password of Netflix to send it to a friend. You're gonna go here, you're gonna see the password, copy paste it, and send it to your friends. So that is the password we've used to create the Netflix account. Like you can see, it's really long and complex. There's no way you can remember that. You only need to remember your master password. At that point, I would highly recommend that you log in and out of your password manager multiple times, so you try that master password and get used to it. All right, so now we need to do one more thing before adding all the important accounts like crypto exchange or bank account or whatever it is. So we're gonna add a 2-factor authentication into your LastPass. Why? Because you don't want to have only one key to all your security, you want 2 keys. So a strong password and a 2FA. You're gonna go to settings of the account. You're gonna go to option of 2-factor authentication at the top. You're gonna choose Google Authenticator, just because you don't want all your eggs into one basket, so you're not gonna use LastPass. I believe that Google Authenticator is one of the best, and you can use a YubiKey, but you have to pay to get a YubiKey. It's a physical device. So for now, we're just gonna use a Google Authenticator. So you do activated. You say that you want to activate it. So now you press show the QR code. They're gonna ask for your password manager. So now what you need to do is get on your phone, download Google Authenticator from the Play Store, whatever you use. You press the plus at the bottom. You're gonna scan a code, and you're gonna scan the QR code. Now you've added that LastPass account into your Google Authenticator application, and that's basically gonna be a 6-digit code that's gonna change every 30 seconds. and it will enable you to log in and out. So before finishing, you want to press show private key. So you have to put back your master password, and that's going to be basically your backed up. So it's going to be a really important thing to not done. So you're going to pick a piece of paper, a new one obviously, and you're going to write it down on the piece of paper, and at the top of the paper you're going to write LastPass two-factor authentication. So you want to write that down on a piece of paper just in case you lose your phone. It's basically going to be a backup. So that piece of paper, you're going to store them in a really safe and secure location. We're going to go back to it on another video. For now, you just have to keep the paper secured and don't lose it. So we're going to put up to date. They're going to ask for your password manager again, and then they're going to ask for that 6-digit code that you just got from the app. So you're going to take your phone out, open the Google Authenticator app, find the account for the LastPass, and write the 6 digits down. And here you go. It's up to date. And that's it. Now your account is highly secured. So you have a really strong master password and you have a two-factor authentication. So what you want to do now is log out, log back in, and they're going to ask for that 6-digit code. So you're going to pick up your phone, go to Google Authenticator, and write that 6-digit code that changes every 30 seconds. If it doesn't work, you have to go to your settings and change the time basically to put it automatically. The idea is that if your phone and your computer are not synced, then it's not going to work. I understand it can be quite tricky and annoying at the beginning, but you're going to get really quickly used to and understand that it's highly secured, and that is what is needed if you're going to be investing into Bitcoin. And that's it, guys. You've set up your LastPass account. So now you have a password manager, which is secured by a really strong password and a two-factor authentication. Really, don't lose the two-factor authentication private key. Keep it safe. We're going to be using it later on. And obviously burn the piece of paper with the password that you wrote down once you've memorized it. Now, the idea here is going to be to change 1 or 2 websites every single day until you get used to LastPass. And after a week or 2, you're going to realize that every single one of your main accounts are going to be changed with a really strong password. If you are a big user of mobile phone, you should probably download the app and get used to it. Always useful. Obviously, if you want to share some password with people, you have to copy paste them or give the authorization straight up through the app. If you do gonna copy paste them, please use Signal to send the password. In any way, it's unsecured to send any password, but if you're gonna do it anyway, use Signal and don't use Messenger because it's not encrypted. Alright, so we are done with the password manager. I'm not going to do another video about Dashlane and KeePass for now. I'm going to really focus on Bitcoin and going down that Bitcoin rabbit hole. So we're probably going to see pretty soon what is Bitcoin, how it works, how to acquire them, how to secure them, and how to create that inheritance plan so you are sure that you don't lose those precious sats. That is the idea, guys. If you like the video, please comment, like, subscribe. If you have any question, comment. I will try to answer as my best. If not, contact directly the support of LastPass. They are here to help you. I wasn't sponsored or paid by LastPass to do this video. I really did it for you, so you get that password manager before going down deeper down the Bitcoin rabbit hole. If you want to check out my website, go ahead, thebitcoinrabbithole.com. If not, I will see you on another video. Thanks for watching, and please keep your key secured. Bye bye.